Hey everyone, Hassan here. Welcome to the world of Ha. Today I have another Nintendo Switch related video for you. This is the Poké Ball Plus charge stand. And so I actually did an unboxing of the Poké Ball Plus. And I actually really like this thing. I think it's actually really cool. And I didn't expect to buy this at first because I saw that they were releasing this and I was like, I don't know. But then I just in the last day or two that I've actually... Wait, today's Sunday, right? Yeah, so last, I guess, 2 days, 1.5 days, that I've been using this. I've been using this a lot already, and I foresee myself to continue using this a lot. I was like, you know what? I could totally use this charge stand. And plus, with the holidays coming up, I knew it would probably be hard to find. So I tried to track this thing down. This thing was only available at GameStop where I could find it. Now, it is on Amazon, but it was out of stock currently. So Target did not have it, Walmart did not have it, Best Buy did not have it. So those stores do not seem to be carrying this. If you want this, you gotta find it at GameStop, and most of my stores seem to only get like one, and half of the stores haven't even gotten it yet. So this might be kind of hard to find. Keep that in mind if you're looking for it, but if you can find it, great. Here it is. We're going to do an unboxing and a review. And I also want to, in the latter half of this video, do a follow-up from my Pokeball Plus unboxing and show you a couple of other features using that item. But let's get right to this item. So here it is. There's the side of the packaging showing, you know, the Pokeball going into the charger. There it is sitting on it. Looks really cool. Charge and display your Pokeball Plus via USB. So this is designed by Hori, and it is an official product licensed by Nintendo. So there it is. Let's do an unboxing here and see what the deal is with this charge stand. So one of the GameStops that I went to, I asked for it, then they started asking all the other employees, and then they came back, they're like, so it comes with a charger. It's the plug that it comes. I'm like, no. I have the stand, the charge stand. But I guess they just didn't know about it, which is fine. Oh, that's all attached. Okay, well, let's see. Inside is an instruction manual, which there's probably not really much instructions needed. You just plug it in and it charges, right? I think. Anything else that I need to know? Yeah, whatever. We'll figure it out. Okay, so here we go. Let's get this to go through. So that's actually interesting, is it has the plug built in. So you don't need to use the charge cable that comes with the Pokeball Plus. So here's the little adapter that will go on your Pokeball Plus, basically, and we'll take a look at that. And then here is the charge stand. So pretty cool. Let's see the length of this cable here, because that's one thing about the included charge cable with the Pokeball Plus. It's so tiny. Now, granted, I have some of the cables that came with like my Pro controllers and stuff, so I have longer cables that I can use to charge, which is great. Okay, that's better. So, I mean, if that's any indication, that's better, especially because here is the cable that came with the Pokeball Plus. Like, that's it. So you really have to keep it right next to your dock. So this is nice having this longer sized cable right here. So, pretty neat design. So very Pokemon Center inspired in terms of like just the aesthetic of it. You know, I'm trying to remember. Is this specifically seen in anything Pokemon related? I feel like it might be, but I don't immediately recognize it from anything. It must be like something Pokemon Center related, maybe. It seems like it's very classic, and it fits the style of the series, if that makes sense. But here's the little adapter thing. And so basically the way that this is supposed to work, and I guess let's try and figure this out. I should have read the instructions, but whatever, we're just going to figure it out, is this is supposed to plug in here in the back of the Pokeball Plus. I assume just like that. Okay, yep, so just like that. And then I think this just sits right in there. And that should be it, right? Do I have to do anything fancy? Oh, no, am I doing the wrong? No. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? Does it just sits like that? Like, it doesn't like fit in, it just sits. Is that right? Well, let's find out. Let's plug this into my little battery pack that I got here and give it some juice. All right, let's see what happens when I just sit it on here. Did that work? Is it charging? Maybe I should have read the instructions. I think it is charging. It's just not making any sounds because it's sitting right on the connector. Interesting. I think this is how it's supposed to be. Now, I've noticed that when I plug it in, sometimes it makes the charge sound and sometimes it doesn't. And I think it has to do with when you take it from, when it's connected to your Switch and then you charge it, it seems to make the sound. But if it's connected to... Oh, well, there you go. It just made the sound. That was random. And I was just about to say, if it's connected to your phone with the Pokemon Go app, which I just realized this still is, then it doesn't seem to make the sound. So maybe that's why. So let me actually disconnect it from the app. All right, so now it's disconnected. Or disconnecting, at least. And then we're going to reconnect it back to the Switch. I think that has to do with what it is. But yeah, I just touched it. And it seems to be charging. So is it not charging unless I like push down on it? Is it not in all the way? Or I feel like I'm doing this. Yeah, it is. Okay, we're good. So I was right. I was right. It just wasn't making the sound already. Just for proof, you just sit it in. Hold on. As soon as I say that, of course it doesn't work. You just kind of sit it in. There you go. You have to get it just right, it seems. And so basically, here's what happens. Is it charging? Now I'm actually debating it because every time I touch it, I think it is. I'm gonna have to play with this just to make sure. But basically, you see the little connector points right there, and these two little lines on the side. Those are supposed to slide in on the two sides right there. So it should just. Is that? I don't understand the sound thing. I hope it's charging. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll come back to that. But basically, that's what it looks like. And if it works properly, which it seems like it does, I feel like that's pretty cool. It's a nice, convenient way to take it out of the little adapter thing. You just should just be able to slide it, pull it out like this. There you go. So it just kind of pulls out just like that, which is a little tedious. Like it's not super, super easy, but it works. And so again, you just move this out of the way, plug this in, and then there you go. So I think it should work. The sound may not always play, it seems, but it looks like it seems to work. And I like this. I think it's kind of cool. I mean, is it any easier than the plug? Okay, now it's just flipping out on me. Stay. Stop. Stop it. Stay. Every time I push it back is when it seems to play the sound, which makes me wonder what's going on here. I don't know. So that's the first question. Is it even working? Stop it. Is it any easier than just plugging it in? Not really, because you still have to put the adapter on the Pokeball, unless you want to play the Pokeball with the adapter. Will it actually work with the adapter? I'm gonna try that out. And that's actually not bad. Like I could totally play with the adapter. You just have this thing sticking out. Oh, actually it doesn't stick out. I should have looked at it. I'm stupid. This slides right in. That's actually not bad. It adds a teeny bit more of a like size there, which is actually kind of nice because this thing is small. So yeah, I actually don't mind playing with the adapter on. We'll double check. We'll connect it to the game and make sure that it still works. But actually, that is a benefit there. If you leave the adapter on, it kind of helps with the grip slightly because this thing is a little small. And that's one of the challenges with playing with this thing in the game. So anyways, that's very long-winded, but I just kind of wanted to really show you that first look with that. So that is the charge station. So in the next part of this video, if you just want to see the charge station, there it is. There's your unboxing, your first look at it. I can't tell you for sure how well this thing is going to exactly charge. I can post in the comments later an update after a few days, but it seems to be working. I think it's just my initial confusion of just, using this thing, but I think you plug it in, it plays a sound, it should be charging just fine. I wouldn't be worried about that. As long as that plays there, it seems like you're good, which now it is. So I'm not worried about it. So it seems to be working there. But the latter half of this video is I'm going to connect it to the game and show you a couple things that I did not feature in my Pokeball Plus unboxing. So let's take a look at that. All right, so I had to kind of dim the lights slightly because one of my lights was shining directly at the Switch screen. So we're going to jump right in. So I've now connected the Pokeball Plus to here. One thing I wanted to note as well, just for anybody that's interested in this stuff, the little game icon down there when the Pokeball Plus is connected looks like that, which is nothing like the Pokeball Plus, but I wonder if that's just the generic icon for like certain accessories. So I wonder if they're going to use that in the future for other accessories. I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. But here it is. I actually have the adapter still on and it connects just fine. As you can see, I'm now controlling it. So you can totally leave the adapter on at all times, which is actually kind of nice. By the way, let me turn the volume down on here. If you care about spoilers, even though this is based on Pokemon Yellow, which came out many, many years ago, but I just want to be sensitive of that. I have beat the first 2 gyms. So this takes place, any gameplay or Pokemon that you see is after I beat the first 2 gyms. So if you don't want to see anything else, I'm not really gonna spoil much because I'm not gonna play the story, but I just wanted to mention that. But if you're watching, you know, that's what you're gonna see. So let me jump right in because the first thing that I wanted to mention previously is very quickly after I made the Pokeball Plus unboxing video, this communicate option showed up. And communicates, if you go in there and go to mystery gifts, that's how you get the Mew from here into your game. I don't know if it's something where you can transfer this into other games multiple times. From what I heard, I think it's a one-time thing. So 1 Mew in your Pokeball goes to 1 game. So don't abuse it, don't put it into a game you don't want it to go to, but you do the mystery gift and it loads in and you are now able to get your Mew. So I'll just show you the Mew real quick in my bag here. Where is it? There it is. So here is Mew that you get in the game. So I've leveled it up a bit. I can't remember. Was it level 5? I honestly don't remember. Oh no, level 1? No, that doesn't seem right. I don't think it was level 1. Oops, sorry. Oh, that's my shiny Geodude, by the way. I found a shiny Geodude in Mountain Moon, which was pretty crazy. But let's take a look at, you know, in case you care about any kind of stats and stuff. Now, granted, I have leveled it up a bit, but here's what I currently, and added some TMs and stuff. But regardless, that is the Mew that comes with your Pokeball Plus. The other thing that I wanted to mention as well is the fact that you can transfer Pokemon into the Pokeball and take them on the go, right? So that is actually done from, oh, by the way, in case anybody's curious, I'll just show you real quick, because some people are like, what Pokemon are you playing with? This is my current party right now. Charmander, Pikachu, Mew, Geodude, Ivysaur, Pidgeotto, but I'm constantly changing stuff out. I have a Gyarados I just got, so I'm gonna, you know, switch stuff out. But regardless, so one of the things that you can do, so motion controls, by the way, actually, there's a couple different things. I keep remembering stuff I want to show you. I already showed you catching a Pokemon. So you can also play with your partner Pokemon. So I play with Eevee, and this works the same with the Joy-Con, but I just want to show you with the Pokeball. You can basically do partner play, and you see here as I'm moving it, it's moving the hand in the actual game. So you can pet your Eevee, you can kind of hold it down to grab as well. So if you want to pet Eevee, you know, I'll pet the head right there. So there you go. So it has motion controls, works, you know, pretty decently. So we'll get out of there. The other thing that's interesting is this button, pushing it, acts as the A button. This acts as the B button. But sometimes you want to use other functionality. Apparently, I actually haven't tried this yet, but I read online, this is sort of unknown, you can shake the Pokeball to do the Y functionality, the Y button. So if you shake it, now you have the sort option right there. So this apparently doesn't always work in every menu, or there's certain places where it might not work, but just as an FYI, because that's one of the biggest challenges that I found is like having to go into the menus and stuff like is a little tedious because there's so many limited buttons. But I still love the feel of this HD Rumble. Catching Pokemon is so satisfying. So I still will play the game completely with this controller, unless I play in handheld mode sometimes. But otherwise, I'm going to completely use this. So the other thing that I was going to get to before I got sidetracked is the fact that you can actually take Pokemon into the Pokeball Plus on the go, right? So that's actually hidden in the save menu. So when you go to the save menu, there's an option for take your Pokemon for a stroll. Now, I've actually already transferred a Pokemon in here. I don't remember which Pokemon it is. But when you transfer it back, based on, I think, how much you've walked and that kind of thing, your Pokemon will actually level up. And I accidentally did that. I put Eevee in here, and then I went to, where did I go? I think I went to the mall or something, and there's so many Pokestops, so many Pokemon that I caught because I connected it to Pokemon Go Plus. I connected to Pokemon Go and it acted as a Pokemon Go Plus. And when I linked it back to the game, my Eevee went from level 11 to like level 25 or something like that. And I was like, oh wow, now it's way too strong. So be careful, because you put Pokemon in here, they will level up real fast. Now, I actually just went to GameStop to buy the charge station, so it's about a 10-minute drive. There's 1 or 2 Pokestops, a couple Pokemon in the area. So I'm going to transfer back my Pokemon, and you can see what it looks like now when you transfer it back. And then I'm going to transfer a different one to here, and I'll show you that as well. So if you do take your Pokemon for a stroll again, and there's already a Pokemon in here, you transfer it back into the game. So let's do that. And when I say transfer, by the way, I believe your Pokemon stays in the game. But then they're also in here, so it's like you're not like losing your Pokemon from the game, I believe. But you just have to connect a button to reconnect it to the Switch, so let's do that. All right, I'll push the control stick. Pokemon is out for a stroll. Would you like it to come back from a stroll? Yes. So, communicating. Oh, it just did the little cry of the Pokemon, and, oh, it was a Bellsprout. Okay, that's right, because I wanted to level it up. So, it was a level 16. Let's see what happened in my 10-minute drive to GameStop. 2,459 experience points. It leveled up 3 levels. Now, when I went to like the mall and there were a lot of Pokestops, a lot of Pokemon caught, a lot of walking, I got like 11,000 or 12,000 experience points. So keep that in mind. You can level up pretty quick with this. So I had to sit here and like push A like 10 times to go through each level, as I'm going to have to do now. Level 17. Want to learn Poison Powder. You have to go through each of these one by one. So let me just do this real quick as I kind of... do I want to learn Poison Powder? I don't know. I kind of like some of these other ones here. Well, let's get rid of Sleep Powder. I have another Pokemon that puts them to sleep, so I'll do Poison Powder for this one. Alright, so that's fine. So then you have to kind of go... This is the part that's a little tedious, because if you level up a lot, you have to sit here and go through each level. Okay, it wants to learn Stun Spore. Do I need to... do I want Stun Spore? I don't know. Kind of like... Wait, what does this one do again? So this does some damage. And, gosh, I'm so conflicted. I kind of like Wrap. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to forget Stun Spore. I don't need it. That's fine. We'll keep the old moves. Alright, level 19. There we go. Anything else? No, we're good. Okay. Then it actually tells you the results of the stroll, how much it helped in Pokemon Go or not. So if you connected to Pokemon Go and I played a lot more, you'd get even more bonuses and more experience, which is pretty cool. And it keeps track of, like, the Pokemon that when you send, like, on their journeys, you had the most, you know, like the record. So these are the rewards you get. You get candies and other items and stuff. So here's a history of all my strolls that I've been on, which is pretty cool. The record for helped in Pokemon Go reached 300. So I got some rare candies as well, so that's pretty cool. So lots of benefits of doing that. Then it pops in here so you can reconnect to the game. So I'm going to push a button here so it'll light up on the controller. Maybe, possibly. There we go, reconnected, confirm, okay. So that's actually super cool. So I actually am going to be taking Pokemon that I want to level up and evolve that I don't necessarily want in my team because I don't want them to level up too much and then it just becomes too easy because they're too strong. I'm going to take them with me on the go whenever I travel around and collect Pokestops and catch Pokemon and all that. So I think that will actually be really helpful. So let's put another Pokemon into the Pokeball here. So let's do take your Pokemon for a stroll. And I'm going to select somebody different. So just reconnect. Maybe. Okay, there we go. Let's do a Pokemon from my Pokemon box. And I want to select one that I still need to level up some more. Let's do Psyduck. Well, let's level up my Psyduck here. I think that should be pretty good. Let's take my Psyduck. Psyduck. There we go. So it's now going to have Psyduck be sent to the Pokeball. Oh, and it played the cry of the Psyduck right there, which is pretty cool. Now, press a button on the controller you want to use. So I'm actually going to do this real quick. So let's actually put this game, actually real quick, I do want to show you, if I go to my bag, Pokemon box, Psyduck is still there. You see that? So you can still use Psyduck in your game, but then when you transfer the Pokemon back, it'll like level up and stuff. So that's, you know, kind of interesting. So let's put this into sleep mode. Okay. And what I want to show is when this is not connected to the game anymore. So you can bring this with you. You can connect it to Pokemon Go, or there's that feature about how you can play with your Pokemon, right? So if you hold down the control stick for a couple seconds, it turns a color, which should be the color of, what did I put in here earlier that was like orangish reddish? I can't remember, but it'll be a different color. I don't think it's the color of the type of Pokemon, because Psyduck is a water type, but it's yellow because Psyduck, I think. So you can shake it. It's like rumbling right now, but I can shake it. And it did something. I don't know why it's not making sounds. It did this the very first time I did it too. It's not making sounds, but then it started working again after that. So that's kind of weird. I don't know why it's not making sounds, but it's supposed to, let's try it again. It's supposed to do the cry of the Pokemon. Well, this video is not going exactly as I intended. So that's kind of interesting. So the last Pokemon I did, like I put Magikarp. That's the Pokemon I was thinking of. I put Magikarp in here to level it up to get it to be Gyarados. But when I shook it, I would hear the cry of Magikarp. So I don't know. There must be some setting or something, because I think there are settings to like mute this. I must have accidentally done something. I don't know. Is it because I have this plugged in? It shouldn't be. Well, let's try this. Let me try and plug it in to charge. Let's cancel out of there. Is it charging? Maybe? See, now it's just being weird. All right, let's try it again. Nope. Okay, I don't know what's going on anymore. I still have to kind of learn what the full deal is with all this. Let me know in the comments below if you know what I'm doing wrong. But it does work. Psyduck is in here. I know that for sure. It's not playing the cry of the Psyduck for some reason, but Psyduck is in here. I can take it for a stroll and level it up and, transfer it back to Go to get the experience, which is pretty cool. So, all in all, I think this thing is super cool, and I definitely think it's worth looking into. It is a little tiny. Going through the menus is a little bit tedious, but overall I still prefer this because catching Pokemon with this is incredibly satisfying. Just the HD rumble, the sounds, just everything. It's super cool, and I love using this as a Pokemon Go Plus. And in Pokemon Go, walking around, not having to have my phone out all the time, and just collecting Pokestops. The nice thing is, compared to I think the Pokemon Go Plus, the previous device that was released, with Pokestops, you had to push the button for it to actually spin the Pokestop. This actually spins Pokestops automatically. You have to catch Pokemon manually, like it'll turn green, it'll light up green, you push the button at the top and it'll attempt to catch it. But Pokestops, it automatically spins, and that is the reason why I like using this. I don't even have to worry about Pokestops. As long as it's connected to my Pokemon Go, I can walk around and it will automatically get Pokestops, which is pretty fantastic. So, long story short, that is the Pokemon Pokeball Plus. But this is the charge station. Is the charge station worth it? I think if you want something nice to be able to have on display and be able to store this, pretty handily, and it just vibrated right there, so I thought it was about to do something. But I think that's pretty cool. I actually like the adapter because it adds a little bit more of heft to it to make it easier to grip. Not much, it's barely there, but it's still a little nice addition to the item there. So I like it. I think it's cool. Is it worth it to you? That depends on, if you think you're going to be using this a lot. But if you're a fan of Pokemon, this is definitely worth looking into and seeing, seeing what it's all about. So that is the Pokeball Plus charge station. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.